Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Move Through Motivation. I'm with my partner in crime, Johnny Lamb. Peace out. Air Knuckles, yeah. We are in a special edition where we're practicing to the best of our ability social distancing, but we have a company that we are trying to promote and spread the good news of motivation and struggle. And today we wanted to get on and just chat about a couple good things that I think that are going on right now. I'm not going to be a media source or any kind of podcast that's going to get on here and talk about negativity and, try to bring the people who listen to this down. What I do every time now, and Zoom seems to be the new meeting that a lot of groups are using, right?
Yeah.
Is that at the end of them, I kind of just give everybody, put a smile on your face. Everybody, we're going to be okay. And the reason I say that is because our family has been in quarantine for 9 months before this has ever happened. So if you think it's hard doing this for what? It's been 3 weeks? How many weeks has it been? 2 weeks?
2 weeks now for us.
2 weeks?
Really?
2 weeks for us. I mean, I lived it. And I think every cancer survivor, every cancer patient currently, when you go through your basic training of what you do when you're going to go through therapy, is you need to keep your immune system in the safest zone to where you're immune. What's the word? Immune compromised. So your immune system's compromised, and what they told us was a common cold could put you in the hospital. So a fever of 99. If I got a fever of 99, the doctor said I had to call her and maybe have to go to the hospital. So I've lived that almost fear life.
That was when you had cancer?
Yeah, when I had cancer, yeah. So
yeah, but I think you're a different type of person though too, because I don't feel like you were quarantined at all during cancer.
I agree with that.
I don't feel like you were quarantined. I don't feel like we quarantined ourselves from you.
Right.
I think we always hung out,
Mm-hmm.
no matter what. So I feel like you're different.
And like I tell everybody when I'm talking to somebody when they're going through their cancer journey, everybody has their own personal journey and your feelings, and I respect that. With this COVID-19 pandemic, everybody has their own opinion and feelings about how they want to handle their quarantine, staying at home, completely social distancing yourself from your own family, not going to work. Everything's flipped upside down.
Yeah.
And so I've experienced that because I'm a traveling salesperson and I couldn't get on an airplane. And, but I always use 2-3 things I told myself. Number one, use common sense. The doctor said, always wash your hands. Always, before you put anything in your mouth, sanitize.
Don't go licking toilets.
Don't go licking toilets. I couldn't believe I heard that story.
No.
Don't go licking toilets. Just use common sense, sanitary systems, and you typically cannot catch something if you do that. And luckily for me, I didn't get sick.
Yeah.
But there were also other contributing factors, I think, that affect you when you get sick. This is my opinion. It's when I was sick, if I stressed myself out, I think my immune system would be more compromised. If I would worry about, oh no, how I approached every day, I just enjoyed every day.
Yeah.
And made common sense, sanitary decisions to make sure I stayed healthy. I also exercised. I see a lot of...
Yeah, you never stopped.
Yeah, I never stopped exercising. That was one of the cool things, and I went to the extreme, right? So I'm an extremist on the exercise to where some people were concerned like I was going to get hurt, but I didn't feel like that.
Yeah, because I don't even like your PE classes that you do because they're structured towards CrossFit, I would say.
Would you say that?
I would say that.
I don't even know why you would say that.
Well, I feel like, that's the extreme, and you make us do the extreme.
Right. Well, I mean, so you're referring to the PE classes.
The PE classes, yes.
And let's just open the can of worms. everybody's business is affected, you know, we opened Move Through Motivation as a company.
Started
January
2020.
Yeah. So, I mean, when you talk about we had a business plan, what we were planning, what things are, where we're going, everything was progressing really well. We had some campaigns that were in the works with the city to do what we call Just Move. And we had to put everything on hold because of COVID-19.
Because the parks are shut down.
Because all the parks are shut down and you can't gather. So
yeah,
we've been affected by, you know, where we wanted to progress in 2020. But that hasn't killed our momentum.
No.
And what I love about the American spirit is that, you know, we talked last week and I said, hey guys, why don't we do a live PE session? And, you know, people work out in the garage and people work out. We can't have them over. I want to, but in fear of being shamed or, you know, publicly somebody saying, oh, you don't care about quarantine. No, I get quarantine. So when somebody wants to give me advice about quarantine, I really don't need it. Me personally, I don't need it because I've already lived it.
Yeah.
So, and I practice safe social distancing. We don't gather in large groups. John, where can you gather in a large group right now? Please tell me, name one place. Go.
Grocery store.
You can't even do that now. They put X's on the ground. So where could you catch something if you're in the doctor, if you go to the doctor's office, yeah, right?
Yeah.
But with safe social distancing, sanitary, I'm wondering how I could get sick. And just to put it out there, yes, my immune system has been compromised. My wife's immune system, she has an autoimmune disease since we found out in 2017. So we don't live in fear. And, you know, the PE class, what we started, what do you think about that?
Oh, I think it's great. I love it. It's a good thing. I mean, it is a little extreme for me because I don't do fitness. I'm not a fitness guy. But I like the way that you give the variations, you know?
Scaling options.
Yes. Yep.
So why I do that is, you know, I want to encourage all ages to move, right? So if we're going to do a squat and grandma wants to do it in her house, if she knows how to use YouTube, use Instagram or Facebook, she can sit down in a chair and stand up.
Yeah.
You know, she could do a push-up against a wall. She can do what else we've done? We've done overhead clamps.
Yeah.
We've tried to modify things for people and even tried to include people who are maybe in a wheelchair or broke their foot or are just have certain disabilities. We try to think of unique ways to include everybody in the community to keep moving.
Yeah.
Because that, to me, by far anything else, if you keep moving, you're going to do one good thing. You're going to keep your immune system fresh. You're going to keep everything is going to move and function properly if you're moving. If you're sedentary, stuck in your house, nervous, scared, and not eating good food, you know, you're doing yourself more harm. And so my mission in life has always been to try and help those and encourage those that need just that extra little bit of motivation just to start.
Yeah,
you know?
And the PE classes are awesome because the boys are just sitting at home. I mean, doing their schoolwork, you know, their studies and stuff still. But, man, they got to get out and do something, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm not the dad to be like, yeah, let's go out here and do some push-ups. You know, I'm not.
Right.
Let's go out here and run in place for 20 minutes. Yeah. No, it's not. That's not me.
But it's encouraging, right? I mean, you guys have been doing it for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
You don't have to. You can look at me and laugh at me.
Yeah.
There is a good buddy of mine, Clay Fouch, soon to be guest on the podcast. Clay Fouch has created something that grab a chair, sit down, and we'll talk. I mean,
sit down and relax.
You sit down and relax.
Podcast. That's me.
Yeah, but
I'm part of his podcast.
You're part of his team.
Yeah, I'm part of his team.
Here's one for you. But let's talk about John Lamb for a second. We sat down in January. It's March.
Yep.
252 January 1. Where you at?
238 this morning. Yeah.
238.
238.
That was an air fist.
So
high five right there.
almost a pound a week.
Pound a week. And that's what we said. If we could get, we have 52 weeks in the year. If you do a pound a week,
yeah,
on average, we would get you down to under 200 before the end of the year.
Yeah.
Again, any extreme diets?
No. But it is a big key on food. What you eat is what you are, because Super Bowl hit and Jeff making some serious tri-tip and cookies from Colette, and yeah.
You went ham on it? You went hard?
Yeah, I went hard.
Yeah.
It was a bad day.
Really?
It was a good,
but you know what's crazy though? Is before you would have been like, oh, I just enjoy life. But when you saw me on Monday, you're like, Matt, I've screwed up.
Oh, I messed up day. Yeah.
But you're doing it, man. And yeah. I applaud you for it. And
thank you.
There are a lot of people that will be encouraged by what you're doing. To basically say, you don't have to be a fitness nut to get healthy, right? I mean, you're not trying to be America's most fit man. You're just trying to be a healthy dad.
I'm not trying to be like Gio and go out and do CrossFit competition one day.
Gio's. Hey, let me tell you something about Gio. Man. His focus is awesome. I ran with Gio 3 weeks ago. We ran 3 weeks ago, and we do a 3-mile run on Sunday, and he got after it, man. I was like, Gio, because he's getting back and he's focused and he's determined to keep striving.
Yeah.
And I love that. And when I see that switch, that mental switch in somebody, I know they're hooked.
Yeah, he's got
it for health, right?
Yeah.
Once you get there, it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
So, what cool things have you seen that people are using now because of COVID-19? I mean, what the Marco Polo app?
Yeah, the wives were all on Marco Polo last night, driving all of us husbands nuts.
Yeah.
I did make a
video though. What?
You did, yes, you did. Is I see a lot more people walking now. Like in the beginning of the year, you'd come across maybe like 3 or 4 people, but now, like we're coming across like 10, 15 families walking around the school because our school's a half mile. So
you have families out there walking?
Oh my gosh! Everybody. Once you get to across the pass, everybody goes out. Somebody goes out in the street. Somebody stays on the. It's crazy, but it's cool to see that more and more people are getting out.
Yeah.
So that might be a good thing of this whole entire.
Look, when this pandemic comes to an end, which it will.
Yeah.
When it gets under control, I hope, I pray that people now will focus on getting their health and wellness back versus consistently going back to the normal way they used to be, just staying in their home, sedentary lifestyles, and just eating whatever you want, because we do know that it has attacked people with immune system problems. And if you have underlying illnesses, it could cause problems. So heart condition, diabetes, things where you cannot fight off disease if you are fighting another disease. That's how it was with cancer. Same thing. Yeah. Like, I hope we get health. I really, in my dream, I just look at our country and around the world, really, that people go, look, man, if this comes again, I'll be ready for it. And that's the way I looked at when I was fighting. I was like, when I was doing my cancer thing, I worked out every day because I wanted to stay healthy. And what's crazy is I never went into the unhealthy position. My immune system stayed strong because I ate better foods. I didn't eat great. I didn't eat like a supermodel, but I didn't eat like a jerk.
Yeah.
And I exercised every day a minimum of 20 to 30 minutes.
Yeah, well, you send us videos of you eating a whole row of Oreos.
Yes, and I still will smash that.
Jerk.
Listen,
that's being a jerk too. Like sending that to me.
Yeah.
Like, dude, I want a whole row of Oreos too.
Listen, I do that to test you. I do that to make sure you don't go willpower on you. You know, it's a test.
And the day Girl Scout cookies, man.
They're gone, right?
That
Scouts.
well,
That's
man,
conspiracy is what you're thinking, right?
that was a bad one.
So what do you think? When do you think it's gonna end? How much time do you think it is? 6 weeks? Let's take a bet. Let's take a bet. Hey, here's what I'll do. I'll bet you this. I'll say May 15th, normal's life back, maybe. And if it isn't, if we're past May 15th, I owe 100 push-ups. Before?
You owe me 100 push-ups?
If it's before May 15th.
That doesn't do me anything.
If it's before May 15th,
you
owe me 100 push-ups. If it's after May 15th, I owe you 100 push-ups. Deal?
No, not a deal.
You want to switch?
100 push-ups. I could not do one push-up at the beginning of this year, and now I'm up to 10. I can do 10.
So let's just say this. So basically, you could do 10 push-ups where you could only do one.
Yeah.
Progress. Boom.
Well, yeah. And we definitely want to say thank you to the frontline nurses and doctors, right?
And PAs. Yeah.
For
police officers.
Working so much and
firefighters. Ambulance.
Now working with you, noticing how much masks, gloves, how much all this stuff is going out is crazy.
Yeah. I mean, there's definitely something to be said about, putting your life at risk to serve others. And I guess they kind of have a creed when you do these professional jobs, like, you're signing up to where you could potentially be injured in police work and firework, possibly killed. And you never want that, but you put yourself in those sacrifice positions. Yeah. It's not a job where you're forced to be there. You made a decision. And, I have a lot of respect for everyone. This week we started the giving firefighters, police officers, doctors, nurses, respiratory therapists, just the people that we know, like, hey, we appreciate you. Here's a Starbucks card or a Cuties, tangerines. It's nothing big. And my thing with this whole the whole virus is, if we all just be kind to one another and not act like everybody's a walking zombie, with keeping social distance, that's my thing. Like, when I see people out in the streets, walking around town, or at the store, or when I'm working, I try to create an energy and a vibe that is welcoming, even if we're keeping social distance, right?
Yeah.
I was at the grocery store on Monday, and there was a lady behind me and a guy in front of me. And I just felt this fear, you know what I mean? Like they were the lady behind me had a mask on, the guy in front of me was like, he was like hovering over his cart. And I just started this conversation.
Yeah.
Hey guys, how's your day going? Crazy out here, right? Crazy out here. Hey, good news. Aisle 4's got toilet paper. But we still need to have common courtesy to people.
Yes.
And treat people with love, kindness, positivity, respect. And my thing is when this whole virus is over, the way I look at every person I know in life in a crazy struggle, I look at everybody and say, how did you handle that struggle?
Yeah.
Were you somebody who was a negative? Were you somebody that was an optimist? And not an optimist like, oh, the world's going to be sunshine and rainbows, but like, were you encouraging to other people? Did you call people? Did you check on them? Or did you only worry about yourself and quarantine yourself in your house and never leave your house and not care about anybody but you? And you took all the toilet paper,
Yeah.
So I'm just hoping that this brings I have seen more encouraging messages, would you say?
Yeah.
Yeah. And what's it like in your town? In Long Beach?
It's crazy.
Yeah.
But I don't feel like I don't know. It is crazy.
Yeah.
But we go around, the kids write chalk notes on everybody's driveways. I don't know if it's bringing people together. Should be bringing people together, even though we got to be 6 feet apart.
Yeah. You feel like there's a connectivity?
I feel like there is.
Yeah. It's weird, right?
Yeah, it is. It is weird.
It's a strange feeling, right? Like, you call your mom, you check on her, and call your dad.
Yeah.
They're perfectly healthy. but you're concerned. But like I told my dad's still riding his bike every day. My mom's still walking her miles every day. You know, they have not continued to move, and that's what I encourage you. I'm like, Mom, don't stay in the house and watch the news. The most important thing I tell myself is don't turn on the news, don't watch the news, practice social distance, and everything will work out.
Yeah.
That's my goal. That's what I'm doing. You know, because you get every person giving an interview and talk statistics, but that's out of your control. You can only control what you have in front of you and your family and your community and how you treat the people you come into contact with.
Yes.
During this crisis.
Oh yeah.
So, Marco Polo app. Let's go back to that for a minute.
Really?
Yeah, let's go back to Marco Polo for app. It's always funny when you find new things because I didn't know what it was. And last night Sherry goes, "Oh, look at this," and she goes, "It's called Marco Polo." And I was like, "Well, what is it?" She's like, "Oh, it's an app where." Oh, went the wrong way. Oh, look at that. Completely road closed. It's an app that you send a video.
Yeah.
I don't know how it works, but the girls were doing it last night, and they were like making me sound like Minnie Mouse.
Yeah.
You know, me and Kyle were doing a flex off. You know what I mean? Like
voices. Yeah.
I was teaching, showing the ladies how I would shave my legs. You know what I mean? Because I've been shaving my legs. Does this change our friendship if I tell you this? Does this change our friendship?
There's a lot of things. There's a lot of things where I think of. I'm like, man, I can't believe we're friends.
but listen to me.
Yeah.
So I was giving, and Sherry changed my voice to like a girl voice, a mini voice, like a me, sound like that. And I almost peed myself laughing so hard. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's a cool little app. Zoom. We talked about Zoom. What are the things you teach your kids doing at school? What are they doing?
You know what? I don't know what they're doing right now because I'm at work. I'm still working.
You're essential.
I got a job.
You have a job. You're essential.
Work. Yes.
Yeah. We're essential to the medical device world. And, you know, I think, well, what I know the kids did was Kylan got it yesterday. He did his first video conference with his teacher. He was really happy because he could see his friends.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Siobhan told me about that.
They were excited to see their friends and talk to them and just have a little bit of normalcy in their life.
Yeah.
But PE class every night, 5:30.
Do it. Join it.
Join it. We want you to subscribe. We want you to like. We want you to hit the subscribe button. Now, John, let's talk about this for a second. If you watch this video on YouTube, what do you have to do? Tell everybody on the camera what they have to do.
Hit the like button and then just leave a little comment.
Don't
leave anything negative. No negative.
Listen to me.
This is not about negativity.
Yeah. Because I look at the comments, or I look at comments, and I kind of wonder if anybody ever did leave a negative. I haven't seen one yet, so I'm really happy. Why would they leave something negative when we're just trying to do something positive?
Yeah.
But please hit the subscribe button on YouTube.
No negative comments.
Give us a rating, what you think. Give us listen, I love suggestions about what we should talk about. But, you know, we're 40 years old, so we could talk for days. So.
Yes.
All right. Well, hopefully the next time we do this, it's not under.
We can actually high five.
High five.
Shake hands.
Shake hands. Fist
Probably
bump.
never shake a hand again.
You want me to teach you how to shave your legs up next time?
No.
I'll give you an in-person lesson on how to do that.
No, I'm not a swimmer. I don't need my legs shaved.
All right, bud. Well, thanks guys for joining us, and
It's good.
catch you next time.